In a significant shift, the Trump administration's recent foreign policy towards Russia, highlighted by a tense meeting between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, is being described by the Kremlin as a realignment that could reshape geopolitics established since World War II. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov stated that the new U.S. stance resonates with Russia's vision of restoring influence over former Soviet territories. Historically, the U.S. has supported Ukraine extensively with military aid and sanctions against Russia following its invasion in 2022. While an international criminal court warrant was issued for Russian President Vladimir Putin for war crimes. However, Peskov suggested that the current U.S. approach could signal a thaw in U.S. Russia relations, contingent upon the political will of both leaders. This past week's Oval Office confrontation featured Vice President J.D. Vance criticizing Zelensky for a lack of gratitude towards U.S. support, while Trump cautioned against continued resistance to Putin, seeing it as a potential risk of global conflict. These remarks have been perceived in Moscow as a gift to the Kremlin, with Russian media celebrating the divide between the U.S. and its allies. While some in Russia express optimism about a potential reopening of channels for dialogue and economic cooperation, caution persists. Many Russian officials remain skeptical, preparing for continued conflict while monitoring the implications of U.S. domestic politics, particularly ahead of upcoming midterm elections. Despite hopes for improved relations, individuals in Russia express mixed feelings about the future. Public sentiment reflects deep skepticism about any rapid changes toward peace or diminished hostilities, as many believe the situation remains precarious under Putin's leadership. As geopolitical tensions continue, the realities of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine weigh heavily on both nations. The future of U.S.-Russia relations remains uncertain, and discussions of potential sanctions relief are still tied to conditions of peace settlement, making it clear that any shift in strategy will require time and tangible results.